Hernan Cortes was a Spanish conquistador who is best known for conquering the Aztecs and claiming Mexico for New Spain. He was born in 1485 in Spain to a noble family and stayed there until he left in 1504 for the West Indies. Cortes was greatly influenced by the political and cultural state he was born into. 15th century Spain was just coming out of its medieval years and entering the Renaissance scene, which imbued it with an extra measure of confidence and ambition, particularly in the realms of exploration and conquest. Although Cortes spent much of his life away from Spain, his beliefs and ambitions ebbed and flowed with the developments back home. Political revolts and conquests of the Spanish crown often coincided with his own acts of rebellion and actions of political ambition. Cortes was also highly educated in the legal and philosophical works of his time, including the Siete Partidas, a comprehensive legal code filled with references to Aristotle and the principles of military conduct. He adeptly used these codes to justify his conquests, often drawing on histories, chronicles, and romantic tales of chivalry to frame his actions. Cortes overthrew the Aztec ruler Montezuma and his empire in 1521.
So we know that Cortes wanted to be this mighty conqueror. But as we read the letters he wrote back to Spain, we can see how he told these stories in a certain way. In one letter, he said he was invited into an Aztec city. His men launched an attack, killing 3,000 soldiers in 2 hours, taking control of the whole city with no problems. However, Mark Christensen of Boston College tells this same story a little different. He said Cortes's men actually massacred a group of people while they were at a religious festival. When the Aztecs launched their counterattack, the Spaniards suffered massive casualties and fled the city. And so we could see that Cortes was trying to twist his story in a way that would make him seem like he was this fearless, mighty, and ethical conqueror he wanted everyone to think he was.
Cortes emphasized in his first letter to Charles V that God had orchestrated the discovery of Mexico to grant the Queen and Charles V special merit through the conversion of the inhabitants of the Americas. The Franciscans in Mexico further fostered the belief that Cortes was a chosen medium by God to possibly convert millions of indigenous peoples to Christianity that would help lead to the long-awaited millennial reign of God on earth. This idea led Cortes to designate himself as the agent through which God intended to enlighten the people of the Americas. This belief not only justified his actions, but also intertwined his ambitions with their vision of a new church and society in Mexico, framing his conquests as part of a divine mission.
Going along with what Bryce was saying about Cortes maybe not being the big and bad ruler that everyone thought he was, Matthew Restall argues in 7 Myths of the Spanish Conquest that some of Cortes's victories can even be attributed to luck and unforeseen circumstances, such as native alliances falling apart, and that the invasions weren't quite as quick and easy as anyone thought. It can be argued that Cortes's specific role in the Columbian Exchange goes along with the common theme of European expansion and the destruction of indigenous cultures in the New World.